What's good, y'all? I got scammed on a $10,000 Amazon tiny home. Hey man, we on the road to 100K. Okay, if you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, cause that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. Shouts out to Christina Smallhorn. Let's see what it's hitting for.
I've spent over $30,000 on Amazon trying to get myself a tiny home, and this is all I've gotten. That's right, absolutely nothing. I totally got scammed, and I want to prevent this from happening to you. I'm going to show you everything that I've learned.
That's. Who buys a tiny home on Amazon? But then again, they got them on there. You know what I'm saying?
So let's get into it.
Did it work?
Order placed. Thanks. May 22nd through June 4th. Estimated delivery.
Wow. All right, let me explain to you what happened and how I don't even know how Amazon is allowing these sellers to get away with this. So let me show you exactly the house I tried to buy the first time. All right, you see this house right here, this one right here? I mean, perfect. In the small print, if you look down, look right here, boom, WhatsApp. I don't know how.
Yeah. Anytime you see a WhatsApp number, run. Cause that's a nigga from Africa trying to get your ass, or India. One of the two.
How Amazon is allowing them to do this. You can order it and they start messaging you on Amazon to go ahead and cancel the order and follow them on WhatsApp because they want to go ahead and have you order through them on WhatsApp itself. So then, of course, I'm like, well, I'm not going to cancel the order. I'm going to keep it on Amazon, but I'll go ahead and start messaging them on WhatsApp. I love.
WhatsApp is terrible, man. WhatsApp is a walking scam. That's all it's used for, bro. I don't care who you hear say the word WhatsApp. It could be your best friend. Run from them. I'm telling you, bro. Run.
Left that order open because I wanted to see what was going to happen.
Several days later.
Sure enough, I start getting this message, like, don't worry, everything's fine. Let me show you these messages. So immediately they start sending me all their different.
This is not eBay. You don't message the sellers on Amazon, bro. Definitely not through a third-party app.
And they start asking questions on what type of house that you want to have. Of course, all I say is, I want the one that's pictured. And they're like, well, do you want bathrooms? They're starting to ask.
I want the listing. I want what I just bought.
Specific questions about the house. Like you and I, whenever we're ordering something from a catalog or from the website, it should be the things that are listed.
How you list it and you can't even play? Like, how are you asking them what they want? They playing the scam.
What's listed on Amazon. And I said, I want this one. This house is customizable. Product requires communication in many details. How am I supposed to order it through the required communication? I will arrange a product manager to communicate with you. Okay, thank you. And then she sends me to this person and she wants me to order it from them.
Oh my
Of course,
God.
what am I saying? Okay, so I don't order it from Amazon then? The product manager will provide you a highly professional customization services. Please be patient. You can send him your requirements to him. I'm like, okay. It's early morning in China right now. The product manager will contact you after waking up, wishing you a happy life. Right now, I was not very happy, not even in the slightest. Product manager comes in and says, thank you very much for your letter. I wish you a very happy day. We are a manufacturer of 20 years history. Our container houses have a variety of styles. Because the degree of customization, there are many details that you need to communicate and confirm.
If Amazon says, because I'm reading her message here, fuck what she's saying. No, I'm playing. But it say I ordered it on Amazon and the order was canceled. Amazon said the manufacturer canceled the order. If the manufacturer canceled the order, you should get your refund through Amazon. Like you should get that back. So all of this talking that she's confused, bro, and this happens to a lot of older people. I don't want to just say, oh, she's old and this. No, but this is what happens to people who are not technology savvy, bro. This is what happens, bro. They don't understand that it's a scam. They get on here for their first time, bro. That's why it's best I advise like older people, bro. Just don't even fool with it. Just have somebody that you trust to do it for you, bro. To order whatever you need. Like my grandpa, he don't even fool with none of that. He don't know how to order shit off the phone. He asked me to order shit for him. You know what I'm saying? Me.
With you before they produce them. Now, I've seen dudes on YouTube that bought one of these. Now, did they buy it through Amazon? Because that's what it says in the title. Because this is not buying it through Amazon. This is a bait and switch.
You gotta do your
Totally.
research when you spending that kind of money now. Come on.
All right. So I said I ordered this one on Amazon and it was canceled. Amazon said the manufacturer canceled the order, and I showed him the order. He's like, what kind of prefabricated house did you want to buy?
They're not even
Such as
acknowledging
the size
you.
and the appearance and color.
They're not even acknowledging the fact that it's canceled. They just said, what kind of fabricated house do you want to buy, such a size?
Isn't that what your listing should be on Amazon? Don't you think? Right? And I showed him the actual listing. And then he says, okay, my friend, you are planning to buy through Amazon. We don't usually recommend doing this by Amazon due to the high handling fee charged by the Amazon platform. Dude, you put it on Amazon. Why is Amazon allowing
That
these
should be
sellers to do
fixated
this?
in your
First
price.
off. Secondly of all, I mean, as far as security is concerned, I want my order to be secure. I'm not going to give some random guy who I don't know. I don't care how old your manufacturing plant is. If you want to take my credit card information, it doesn't seem very secure to me. Maybe I'm wrong, but to me, this feels like a total scam.
You get nothing. You lose.
The WhatsApp continues and says, as a container manufacturer, our product prices on Amazon do not include the handling fees. If you want to trade through Amazon, your transaction will end up very expensive and you will need to pay more. In my mind, I'm like, I'd rather pay more and deal with a company I don't know and give my credit card information to a company I don't know. It continues to say, of course, we have other purchase
That's good thinking
payment
there.
methods. The same can guarantee your rights and interests, so he says. And we can also provide you with some of our past transactions of customers' delivery and bills of landing. This information cannot be faked. In the world of tech today,
Of course,
don't you
that's what
think
they say.
pretty much anything can be faked?
Right,
Unless I'm
right.
talking to somebody specifically on the phone and I can see their tiny home in their backyard, I'm telling you anything can be faked. And we'll give you a call to let you visit our production factory and company office. I'm going to tell you more about that in just a minute because I have another chainmail of events. All right, this is where I said, all right, I want to make sure that I have the house. If it doesn't come in, I want to go back to Amazon and say it was never delivered. I'm trying to protect my purchase. I'm scared to be out $10,000 if I don't go through Amazon if it isn't delivered. I wrote that and the communication stopped. To me, that's a giant red flag.
Mm-hmm.
If the communication stops right there, that means they already know that something smells fishy.
Right,
Is it me
right.
or is it a scam?
What a scam!
Now, I genuinely have been dreaming about getting this tiny home in this location for months now. I wasn't going to have this first seller squash my dreams. All I had to do is make another order. And so we go to round 2.
And something like this, I'd rather just go through the actual company. It's probably gonna be more expensive though, you know, but you know you're getting it done right though, you know. When it comes to a house or something, that's just not something you want to shortcut on unless you got the money and you're, you know. But if you don't have the money and then you done saved up and then you know, just to do this for so long, and I wouldn't try to cut no corners on it, man. It's a house, you know. Over here pausing ads and shit, man.
So I tried to apply this one right here, the Container House Tiny Home 30-minute deployment, eco-engineered design, 10-year warranty.
$6,000, and that's what the bathroom looks like. That's a $6,000 minimum bathroom. Like it's about it. I mean, including labor, you know. I mean, still, bro. That's a $6,000 bathroom, every bit of it. In a regular house.
Customize the layout to 20, 30, or 40 feet. So in my brain, if you're going to order this, right, you would order it like you select the size of your t-shirt. I want the small.
Maybe not 6,000. Not it's a nice bathroom
Plus
though.
one. I want the one that's $6,099, not the one that is, bigger, right? And it says 8 left in stock. How is there 8 left in stock when you can't even order it in the first place? I looked to see if they had that WhatsApp thing in there, and there was nothing in this listing that said WhatsApp. So I'm thinking, finally, I'm going to be able to order
So
this
these are all scams, pretty much.
particular tiny home.
Because I done looked on there myself and seen them, but I'd rather go through the actual company, bro. I don't know. I don't trust it
It's
either.
never going to be a problem. Well, wrong. I went through the whole thing. They had that sitting there for about 10 days. It kept showing up in my Amazon cart that it was on its way to be delivered. Super excited. I'm like, finally. It wasn't the $10,000.
Bro, because all they gotta do, hell, I done sold on eBay. All you gotta do is say it's shipped. It ain't actually gotta be shipped. Hell, I done sold something, shipped it, and I guess it got delivered. It never, the post office tracking never updated and said it was delivered. So I don't know if the dude got his shit or not. It just disappeared one day off my shit after it sat there for so long saying shipped. And the delivery date was like 2 months past, and I still ain't ever heard nothing. Seller or the buyer ain't messaged me or nothing, so he must have got it. You know what I'm saying?
home, but at least I can go ahead and order it. After taxes, it ended up being just over $7,000. I was so nervous about this transaction.
$1,000 in
By
taxes.
the way, I made my
goddamn.
husband go ahead and do it because I'm like,
Shipping too.
I've already been screwed once. Let's try this again.
Hell, that's $1,000 in shipping just to ship that motherfucking house, though.
It's happening.
And I went through again, checking to make sure there was no WhatsApp. And there wasn't until started getting messages from Amazon itself.
And your husband's just allowing you to just get fooled like this, or are you doing this for a video?
And they started
But
asking.
she said she wanted the tiny home. Maybe she was just trolling.
And I went through again, checking to make sure there was no WhatsApp. And there wasn't until started getting messages from Amazon itself. And they started asking me to again cancel the order. And I said, no, I don't want to cancel the order. They said,
Amazon
well,
is
the
asking.
thing is that you have to pick out your certain specifications. I'm like, I want the one that is exactly like the one that is listed. They said, contact us on WhatsApp. So let's see what they have to say on WhatsApp. All right, so this is the next person that is trying to sell me on their whole
I think this might just be content. I don't know. No way she actually done this.
Yeah, they broke up.
company and everything else they have going. It says, I will arrange a professional product manager to serve you. Pay attention to check the messages. I'm like, okay. First off, you notice the description says the price or reference only. They know what they're doing on this thing. That's why I'm reaching out to find out what the actual price is. And this is the floor plan that I wanted. And he says, what one? How could he not know this? This is his product, right? So he's like, oh, the 20-foot expandable one with the 2 bedrooms, a living room, blah, blah, blah. The price is $9,500. And I'm like, okay, because it wasn't that much. How do I order this on
US
Amazon?
dollar.
I'm concerned this is not a real house since the photos
Oh my god, bro.
are just computer renderings. And
This
that's
has
something
gotta
you
be
need to know,
content.
that whenever you're looking at any of these sites, whether it's Amazon, Alibaba, TikTok, Instagram, any of these places, if they're just using computer renderings, that's usually a red flag. This is where he tries to stick it to you, just like the last person says, Amazon charges handling fees up to 20%. And in my mind, I will pay the stupid 20%. Our customers usually save the fee, which means that you will spend about $2,000 more. I'm willing to pay $2,000 more just to get it through Amazon. And then he says, you can use Alibaba, which ensures the safety of your funds and goods. The handling fee is only $100.
See, they
which
want
helps
you to cancel it on Amazon instead of them canceling it, so that it doesn't hit them. Because I know how strict Amazon is. I work for Amazon. If the seller is working, if the seller is constantly canceling orders, it's gonna be a red flag. But you would think if the customer is doing it, it would be a red flag as well. But they're telling the customer to cancel it so that they get their money back type shit. And then they trying to get them to buy it through their shit so that they can't get their money back. You know what I'm saying?
Save
It's
money.
tough.
And I'm like, I've never used Alibaba.
There's so many people scamming, dog, man.
I'm not saying Alibaba is a scam. I just know nothing about it. My point is this. Why is Amazon allowing these kinds of listings to be on their website when they're not actually being served to the customers of Amazon themselves?
Right.
I don't understand how they're able to get away with this. I said, I have an Amazon account. I don't have an Alibaba account. And then he starts sending me these videos. I'm going to tell you right now.
But see, the thing is, you can actually order, like, you can order couches and all that stuff off of Amazon, bro. And it's not scams. Like, they have delivery trucks that are box trucks. You know, they're just not riding around as much as the vans. You know what I'm saying? But they're out there. I seen a couple box trucks and they dropping off big ass shit. You know, but then again, UPS also delivers a lot of Amazon shit too. So, you know, it be coming through UPS. You know, you can order some big shit off of there. It's gonna come. It's not a scam, but something like this, bro. You can honestly build this shit for the same price, you know, and how you want it, as big as you want it, for around the same, like $10,000, bro. That'll get you enough lumber and shit, bro. You know, if you can build it yourself, you can build a fucking tiny home, my nigga. The problem with these tiny homes is getting the fucking what's the words I'm looking for, bro? Getting all the getting up the code, or I know the word, bro, but it's not hitting me right now, man. You gotta make sure it's legal. Just put it like that, bro. You gotta make sure it's legal. You know, with the land, you gotta make sure the lot that you are even allowed to do that zoning. You know, you gotta make sure it's legal. You know, I just say that.
These videos are all over TikTok. They're all over Instagram. Anybody could shoot this video. I mean, the house looks cool. I would really love it.
Them
but
damn
I'm just not
boxables,
feeling-
my nigga, them shits. I don't know. I think them boxables is overpriced. I think boxables are overpriced. I was just looking at one. They want like 60,000 for a one bed boxable, bro, nigga. I don't know. I don't know if that's worth it. Maybe 40, 50, not 60 though. 60's too much for a boxable, bro.
too secure with the fact that they're not allowing me to buy it through Amazon. Okay. And he said, well, this is the actual house. And he shows me the video. And I'm like, obviously. And I said, I like it. And then he tried
Right,
to
this the
call me.
house.
He was asking where it needs to be shipped to and all this. And then I explained to him exactly what I was doing, which was I wanted to create a video for you guys to show exactly how you could get houses on Amazon and the type of videos I made. And so then he sends me to another product manager. We just keep going round and round and round. All right. So he still wants me to go through Alibaba. You get the idea. You know, they're just trying to convince me to not use Amazon for their houses. They either want me to use Alibaba or direct from their company themselves. And so I started looking into this even more. I didn't get very much communication from him between this time because it was some kind of like Chinese festival. I just wanted to see how I could buy it.
This
through
is
Amazon.
content,
Whatever.
bro.
All right, so in comes Lily.
Round 3.
And Lily is working, man. And she gives me her card. She shows me this. And so what do? I start looking at this business card and I'm like, is this a real company? So I'm looking up YG Machineries. I look them up. They're actually a company. And this is making me feel a little bit better. But again, I want to buy it from Amazon. Even though this company's been in business forever, what guarantees do we have if the product comes in damaged? Who do we contact if there's a problem with the house? The whole idea for me was that I wanted to see if this is a viable living situation that someone could be in. I have prepared this piece of land and secured it for this house for months now.
She's
the
making
people
content.
that are working with me
I like
to
it.
secure this piece of land have been
She
waiting
probably
for
really
months.
wants one
We
there,
have
though.
everybody on hand, on deck, waiting for this house to arrive. But alas, they canceled my order on Amazon as well. So we are now on house number 3.
So they
I've ordered
canceled
it again.
I don't know.
Everything starts coming in. And it's the same exact story. And this continues on Amazon with their listings. Now, since I've done this 3 times in a row, my credit card is going like, what the hell? They really want to know why I keep making these purchases and they keep getting canceled. It puts a red flag on my credit card.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that it stays on there. Amazon has canceled the order, but the charge had remained on there. So I had to work just to get all those charges taken off so I could order the 4th house. And now I'm on house 4. I have not gotten any messages on Amazon yet. And hopefully I will get the house. But Amazon isn't exclusive
yeah,
to
she's actually
having...
purchasing it though. She's actually purchasing it on Amazon. She's getting her money back, you know. But
these problems. Now, I was just on TikTok and I saw, sure enough, all these houses that you can see right here. Their prices are extremely appealing. And these advertising
yeah, man. 49 with a 65% interest rate. 75%.
advertisements on TikTok have been going on for months and months and months. I'm not even saying they're a scam, but the price makes me, scratch my head. Is it for real? And look, what do you see?
This shit costs more than $6,000, bro.
I think not. The prices are appealing. And I just want to know how many people have been scammed by things like this. They look so great. I mean, I would love to get a house like that for $5,000, but how many people?
Who wouldn't, nigga?
Maybe
I'd
this
be,
is their
boy,
whole
what?
entire life savings.
I'd be
and they
balling.
trust that this is going to work.
I'm telling y'all, bro. Y'all
not...
might see me pop out with a tiny house here pretty soon, bro. I'm looking for some land, and I can build my own shit. I can plumb it, nigga, and I know an electrician. Simple. The thing about them is though, bro, you gotta get water to it, bro. If it doesn't have a service, bro, that costs a lot of money, bro. You gotta get utilities, my nigga.
What I'm saying is
now,
that
if you
it
put
feels
one in your backyard, that's different. But if you just trying to, pop up somewhere, then that's not the same.
extremely fishy. What my dad
That
always
can
told
cost
me
you a
was,
lot
if
more
something
than that
sounds
house
too
is
good to be
worth,
true,
bro.
it's probably
And then whenever you go to sell it, it's like, man, you just lost money.
not true.
And that's the reason why I haven't done it. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been pricing and running numbers on this shit. Because shit, I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment now. Nigga, I can build this shit. This ain't shit but a box. You know what else? I can build this shit myself, my nigga. Literally, bro. So, like, just wait, bro. I'm just stacking up my money on. You know what I'm saying? And then whenever something presents itself and it makes sense, makes money, I'm gonna do that. Simple. But buying a $50,000 lot and putting a tiny house on it for another $50,000, and then it's another 100,000 getting the utilities and all the shit, man. You 150 and the house only worth 75 with the land, 80,000 with the land. you losing money, man.
TikTok isn't the only place that they're doing this. When you're listing it on companies like Amazon, I checked every single day. And then one day it was just off my orders. Not that it had been canceled or anything. It just said it was just disappeared, gone. My review was there and now it's gone. How are they able to get the reviews taken off? What are the credentials that they need to have
It's
show
probably a
these
different
houses
listing, a
on
duplicate.
Amazon? But wouldn't it be a requirement for them to make them actually sell the house? Because they're losing money. They're putting houses up there that are $11,000. If they're not seeing any transactions of these houses that are coming through their company, why isn't that a red flag to Amazon itself?
So what do you think? Should I go ahead and try to get a tiny home from one of those
Something like that
overseas
should be
WhatsApp
fucking
sellers?
regulated, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
If you want me to continue on this
Like, it
journey
should
and
be
buy one of
verified.
these homes from Amazon, let me know in the
Look,
comments.
she's already got her electric there. I don't know if this is like a sewer line or what, but yeah, she good to go.
Section below.
to watch more videos about Amazon houses that you may or may not be able to even buy
Hey,
on there.
what do people be doing with the foundation on them houses? Like, do they just be plopping that bitch on the ground, or I'm sure you got to get some type of foundation for it, bro. Like the box alone costs 60,000, my nigga. for a damn boxable. Then you got to do the foundation. That's another 10, 20. It's a lot of money that goes into it, bro. And it's really not what it seems like, bro. It's not what it seems with the tiny homes, bro. You know. Now, if you in California, you can do that for the same price, and you know, it might be a little bit different depending on where you at. You know what I'm saying? But even then, your land is costing more. So, hey man, y'all let me know what y'all think though, man. We on the road to 100K. Okay, so I need everybody hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn on all notifications so you never miss a video. I'll get at y'all in the next one, and I'm gone. TYP the 9.